Please welcome Ali Baloi with his story on his journey from a software developer to project manager.
Hello everyone, I'm very glad to be here, and this time as a speaker. So today's talk will be about, is it a good idea for a developer who switches his technical career for project management. And everything you hear during the next 20-30 minutes is either about myself or based on my personal observations. So the goal is to encourage those developers who were thinking about trying project management role, but who were afraid to do it. So let's start. I would split my speech into two parts, and in the beginning I'm going to share my thoughts about what qualities and skills help developer to become an IT project manager. And in the second part I will describe common mistakes that may occur in the beginning. Let me quickly introduce myself. My name is Ali Baloi, and I'm a former Fullstack web .NET developer. I started in 2006, and throughout my career I was engaged mostly in enterprise web projects. And as the old saying tells, there are no former developers. Thank you. Meaning I'm still writing code where my competence is needed, but not in those projects that I'm managing. And last year I participated in project as system analytic and project manager. And currently I'm very happy to work as a certified Scrum Master and project manager in Estonian software development company Mindwork Industries. Our clients are well-known domestic companies, as you can see here. Also, we have clients from abroad. We have Cozy office located in Kalamaja. Currently, we're hiring senior developers, and also if you know Ruby and PHP, you can approach us as well. So I thought what would be the first quality to mention, and I asked myself, Ali, how come you started wanting to manage projects and not to continue writing beautiful code? And I thought to myself that motivation is the key. And I experienced poor management. Also, I was privileged to witness great examples of management skills. And I really wanted to create the best environment for developers and give the best service to the customers. So this motivation really was a start for me. And I think that for each of you out there, the reasons should be defined and clear. And either it's improving development process, and you will be dealing with developers mostly, or motivation should be connected to doing better products, and you will be dealing more with clients and end users. So IT project management is different. So let's start with the basics. When we are talking about web development, there are usually three types of developers, as you can know. This is not a rule, but yeah, nowadays everyone knows about it. So we know that there are front-end developers. So it's like my observation. I saw lots of good managers that came from front development. And I see that they like interviewing customers, they talk about their domain, and they like prototyping, so they are dealing with clients. And I would suggest that you would read more about product management and product, in Scrum it's like product owners. If you look like a back-end developer, so that means that you're dealing more with technical solutions, and you will be managing mostly developers. So technical lead and architect is your choice. And there are full stack developers. So it's like a middleware. So you will be dealing with clients and developers, and there are these positions in IT management as well.
What do you think about quality assurance guys?
Quality assurance guys. Actually, I haven't met. I haven't met anyone, so I cannot tell anything about that.
That is also my observation. I kind of think that guys who are coming to quality assurance, they kind of not tend to go to any management. Just like a little bit strange.
Might be. So our observations are the same. So okay, let me before I name next personal quality that helps you on the way of project management, I would name two myths. So the first myth is about project managers. So lots of paperwork and boring, drawing charts, planning, and he sits somewhere anyone doesn't know where. So you don't see him, but apparently he is dealing with some paperwork. It is wrong. And the second myth is just developers don't like to talk, and they are introverts. They prefer minimum interaction with other people. This is myth number 2, and as you can see, they are very talkative, and some of them you cannot even stop. So as the primary quality, I would put communication. A lot of things like planning, reports, and other documentation is only a result of a good communication with other parties like customers or development team. So big part of project management work is being done during numerous meetings. So be prepared for this. So the next personal quality that in my opinion should be mentioned is technical background. So it's one of the biggest advantages, I would say, the developer has over those who hasn't got it. I mentioned that meetings play a very important role, but knowledge of technical side of the problem reduces time of negotiations, and actually it leads quickly to the best solution. And it's not that you decide what functionality should be taken or how everything should be coded. It's more that the ability to raise the right questions in the right time. And it helps you to select right men for a particular problem. I think this is the very good ability of the IT managers. And also, as it's here you see on the slide, clients value your opinion, and this is and development team trusts you and speak one language with you. Right now I would like to maybe ask, or maybe that you would ask yourself this question. So what type of developer are you? And it's very important if you're just thinking to go to project management. So you always think, if you always think wider than the task you get, it's good for you. So in other words, you think not only how you would solve the problem, but why the problem exists, what are the reasons behind it. So if you prefer tasks with a defined algorithm, yeah, it's like a first step. If you prefer like problem description in Jira tasks, this is better, of course. But if you really like a result or outcome descriptions, and you feel that you have freedom to decide what you will select or how you would what solution you would propose, then IT project management is for you, apparently. I noticed that developers who love to receive outcome descriptions and not problems and predefined algorithms are more likely to move to the management positions. So defining and splitting tasks, this ability very helps in project management. And development team appreciate when tasks are well structured, laconic, and have sufficient information. I think as a developer, you know when you see a big task with, I don't know, 2 pages long, it means that you either you will not understand what should be done, or the person who wrote it do not understand it.
Or it means that it should be more than one task.
Yeah. So decoupling. So yeah. So when I said about the poor management, so actually I meant this one. So managers didn't understand the domain, and they didn't structure the tasks. So because they do not know how to decouple it. All right, so actually this was like a brief notes what qualities help developers. Now I would name something that we should avoid in the beginning. As usual, I think it's very common a mistake. So it's really hard to stop coding, and usually it happens in the beginning. So one mistake that developers tend to make is the temptation to start coding. So it's a very bad idea to communicate with the customer and at the same time to be a developer at the same project. It doesn't mean that you make code at night, at home. But please, it shouldn't be your project or the project you manage, because it will be a disaster.
Why do you think so?
Because it's like I tried it. Okay, it might be my personal observation, but I think it's like you lose the focus, either as a developer or as a project manager. So. You cannot, 2 persons cannot live inside one. Kind of conflict of interest. Conflict of interest, yeah, you can say like this.
What I also would like to add to this one, what I noticed from my own experience is that I've been into a similar situation as well, and then I noticed multiple times following happen. So you kind of get done with all your management stuff, and you see like, okay, I have a couple hours free. I grab this small task, and then you crack on it, like you take it in progress, and you like move it down the pipeline. You agreed with your team and stakeholders, right? And then all of a sudden you get busy with other stuff, and then it gets abandoned there. Like nobody, and it might have been an important one, and then nobody's working on it, and it's just there, and it's your fault. That it's there being just there.
As a CTO, do you code?
Well, very seldom, but I still do that.
I think it's like the middle one as a technical lead. So you may not code, but you're like doing the architectural decisions all the time. Yeah. So one of the next common mistakes that I saw is that IT managers just sending documents and do not gather people. So we tend to program something and we think that it will work, but with people it doesn't work like this. So you need to gather people together and to talk with them. Why is because
maybe just like
again
there is always a trade-off. You have to pursue it. Otherwise, it will be meetings, 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 and they will send you to the hell.
Yeah.
Then because I said like this guy only wants meetings, and we have no time to do the real stuff.
Yeah.
So where is the borderline
You
between
only,
sending
so
those
it's
and
simple, you only use it as a punishment measure. Whenever somebody screws up, like, okay.
Meeting. Yeah, a good point. Very good point. I deliberately didn't want to talk about methodologies. And
oh, you have to.
yeah, I don't want to. It's not this evening's topic. But yeah, there are methodologies that would say how many meetings you should do, like weekly or in the month. Or
Let's talk about yourself. How many meetings you have per day?
As a Scrum Master, I would say that 1 per day, because it's like daily meetings. So we gather together minimally once per day. So it gives me this shared understanding. So ability to understand what's going on. Who hasn't yet seen these pictures? Actually, it really, yeah, someone smiling. Who has seen these pictures? Raise the hand. Oh,
I just been there. I'm the red guy. Yeah.
You're the red guy. Okay, I'm the blue one. So. Okay, so I will explain it a little bit more. So this is like, imagine this is like 3 guys who received one email with the same letters, with the same documents, and we expect, as IT managers, we expect that they do understand as it in my head, but actually it's like it's right now on the picture. They understand it differently. So we gather together and we all share our understandings. Now we see. Now it's like it's revealed. And the third one, oh, actually we all were wrong, because it's something like fourth.
The problem here is that this like third picture can only come after second, maybe like 4 hours later.
And sometimes never, even if meeting happens.
Yeah, that's why like daily meetings are very, very crucial. Yeah, because on Wednesday on Wednesday we will be enlightened.
No,
Yeah.
I used to have a situation in one of the previous companies when I had meetings from 9 to 5 every day, only meetings, and we were not able to decide on anything because there is like from second to third. There is one important thing, which is called responsibility. For making a decision that actually that's a thing.
May I ask the question? Were there a managers meeting?
Yes.
Yeah, this is the problem. So managers don't want to take responsibilities.
Imaginary responsibility is a real thing, though.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, and this is like a result. So through the meetings or through the sharing our understanding, we achieve one shared understanding of the problem, of the issue. And I think this is the last one that came to my mind, and everything is different. So what I meant here is that if something works for you, it works only within this project, within this team, and with client. So if you go somewhere else, the same methodology, the same approach may not work. So it means that you should always you need to get used to constant change of circumstances. But even within this project, last month it worked, but this month it doesn't. So you need to talk with people and to to do a little investigation. What broke up? So you need to fix it. So it's your responsibility now as an IT manager. So good luck, guys. I don't know, was it motivative or not, but I thought that I need to share this with you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ali. It was great. I am sure there's many questions out there. First one is right there.
Okay, so you are coming from technical background and you're managing a project. Now you told us about managing developers, talking to dev leads and so on, but in real projects you have people who are from design, who are from finance, accounting, sales, whatnot. Do you sometimes see that your technical background is actually
redundant?
Sort of blocking discussions with some types of people? Because if I'm actually into arts, I'm doing design, and I know I'm trying to get something done, and there is a like ex-developer talking to me who has like no human sciences background, I may not accept you as a project manager. Like, does this interview?
So you kind of don't get the business just to the shit.
I don't know whether I understood completely your question. If you would ask me personally, so actually it doesn't affect me. I'm always open to a new, to new things. Maybe I should have put this on slide 2. So openness to new information and new stuff that new domains and stuff. So personally, it doesn't affect me. So maybe it's the part of communication. So you need to be a skillful communicator. So in order to deal with different types of people.
One over there.
Can I ask, let's say, obviously you said different teams, different roles, different projects. How do you dictate your Goldilocks zone between allowing your teamwork, your creativity for them to think and decide, okay, let's go build the project this way, without resolving to dictate, oh, this is the way we're taking, this is the approach we're taking. What's your Goldilocks?
Oh, okay. Actually, my approach to this one is that it's not my responsibility, a personal responsibility for this project and for everything. So actually, the ability to letting understand each member of the team to understand that they are responsible for accomplishing the goal. My real goal is to show them what should be done and explaining why it should be done. And the team, and I am the part of the team actually, so the shared responsibility, what should be done actually. If you are dictating, that means that you are taking the whole responsibility to yourself. But it's a wrong approach, I think. That's why I'm always trying to motivate people to be more active. So and being more a listener and select right choices.
Okay, and then one more question. So let's say if your team consists mostly of backenders, introverts, the one that you give picture showing speaking.
True ones.
True developers. Okay.
How do you get out motivation and creativity out of them? How do you get them hands-on and actually not just go and cracking the code, but getting the project done?
There is no gold or silver bullet to this question. Sometimes you cannot.
I would like to answer the question. I very seldom seen a very valuable programmer to have communication issues. Normally, if one has communication issues, it also implies other issues. And then, even if not, even if professional skills are excellent, really, and then there are communication issues, there's a huge risk that you explain something to be done, and then because of miscommunication, a lot amount of time is put in, and something is really great done, but it's not exactly what you wanted. And then it's like a cost for the business. So maybe the question here, the answer here is to like put soft values like on top of like professional skills. Kirill had a question.
Yeah. So don't you think that PM role as such is soon to be redundant? And just explain the question. So once you're looking for developer, just open a job ad, and then you sometimes have to use a headhunter in order to find one. If you open a position for PM, you have 30, 40, 50 candidates like that.
Without technical background whatsoever.
Like sometimes in technical backgrounds or whatsoever, but it looks like these people, whenever they're really flexible in moving across the companies, or they kind of just not need it, and they're all the time looking for something.
I would argue because right now I think those who hasn't got a technical knowledge, they are under like they are under extinction right now. But product owners, these guys are very valuable right now. So maybe next time I would talk more about product owners and product managers. So these guys are very needed.
I mean, really like project managers, these kind of guys,
yeah,
who are basically using Gantt charts.
Yeah, I talked about this. Yeah, so this is not it. So maybe these guys are already have been extinct. I don't know. I haven't met those guys for
It's
last
actually
years.
with programmers kind of similar situation. So we recently were looking for a person to fill a front-end engineer role, and we got like a lot of resumes coming in. And then because I made a mistake, it was a remote role, and because I made a mistake, like I gave like my full calendar day. Well, I had like 12 half-an-hour meetings booked in a row, from like 10 to 4, and then I was interviewing all these people, and out of 12 interviews, I only found like one person I wanted to go further, and like despite the huge demand for programmers, maybe especially front-end engineers, because
it's easy.
No.
That's true. There is like pretty decent offering, but I mean like not decent. There's pretty massive offering, but with decent there's a big problem still. With backend engineers, I believe it's the same. So there's not much people you would really love to hire, so that they have like all the skill set that you want. And by this I don't mean technical competences.
Yeah, I want to comment project manager. That I actually was a project manager, and within like 5 months I reduced. No, I was able to reduce my workload to only 10%. That I did only 10% of work per week, and everything else the developers were doing already. So I just trained myself to become a developer. So it's the project managers are not really needed, because they're like, you don't need to manage smart people.
If you have a self-organized team, then of course, yeah. It's like with system administrators. You know, if everything is configured well, then he doesn't do anything.
It's not growing.
And not even falling down in the ways.
I have a question, Ali. So you've been already on the other side for like few years now, right?
Okay, let's say in 100% it's like 5 months, because I was in the middle
Okay. So if you got to decide on this one again, would you change something?
Change my decision? You mean?
Yeah, or maybe like
I would
entirely like binary no, but would you alter it in any way?
Do I understand you correctly? Would I switch from the developer to project manager?
If you were a developer again, and then if you got this opportunity to step up to project management, would you do anything different way that?
Oh, you mean that one? I think that no, because it's like a evolution. It's always like this. You've got some basis. I've got mine, so I've got my experience. I think that I would do the same mistakes. I would start reading after these mistakes. I would start reading the exact same books, and I would meet the exact same people. So I think that I would not.
Okay, maybe then another question, and then we go there. So maybe any books or useful resources?
Yes, I wanted to put them here, but I think I will send the list, and then you will see. Yeah, there are good books on.
How do you motivate yourself? When you are a developer, you can say, okay, I done today that number of tickets, I done that lines of code or pages or whatever you know. But when you are a project manager, if you have longer projects like maybe half a year or a year, let's say, a big one, then how you prove yourself that I'm good and the process is going on, and how other side, like developers, thinking that you are doing something. Because usually from outside it looks like that you're having holiday fun, having meetings, answering tons of emails.
Meetings are not fun.
Okay. But you're probably speaking as well with customers, with other sides. It's not like you're speaking only with developers. So altogether you might have more than one meeting per day.
Yeah, sure.
And you're also speaking with developers unofficially, so it's not like calling a lot of people and mitigating something. So how you prove yourself that the work is, because I was working as project manager for many years, and then at one point I found myself that I just spending all the day, and in the end of the day, even the project has succeeded. I have no feeling that I was doing something, because the car is moving, but I have no feeling that I done something. It's like.
Okay, I got your question. I think that separating yourself as a project manager from the team is the key and the problem. So each time we deliver something, we deliver some, I don't know, product. In Scrum, it's like product increment. I feel proud of the team and of myself. So if we are talking about day-to-day, not solutions, but goals, every morning I put myself, it's a long list, what should be done, what goal should be achieved during this meeting. And then, but by the end of the day, I just sum it up, and I see my results as well. So it's the same as developers would do with all the commits and with all the I don't know, tested and checked code. So for me, I do not separate myself from the team, and I'm part of the team, and that's why I see that I see my value. So I think the best IT manager, or I don't know, Scrum Master, or I don't know, product owner, is when you talk with your team and you engage your members to do stuff themselves. And then sometime you won't come but they will proceed doing the right things. So maybe the answer would be that you're like a coach. Sooner or later you will step out, and they will continue doing their job.
But do you think you are good?
I think that.
And then the next question: how you understand you?
Okay, so I think I see a lot of stuff that should be improved. Of course, I'm always improving myself.
What's your next goal?
Next goal in project management, you mean? Oh, there are plenty of them. Yeah, it's stuff in communication, stuff. I don't know, during the meetings. You always do a retrospective after each meeting on why I said that and not this. I wanted to say this one, but said something stupid or something like this. It's always like that. So those values, like don't fear to be judged, I think is the main thing.
Do you see your role as a technical role or rather not technical role, and how much, if you do like a percentage-wise breakdown, how much of a technical role is your role at work?
Mm-hmm. So as I said, I came from I was a full stack, so I knew a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Right now, I won't tell that I do a lot of technical stuff, but I can elaborate these topics very well. I do not take any responsibility for picking up solutions. We always discuss them. I can facilitate, but responsibility has the team. So I would say that it's like 25% to 75% to non-technical stuff.
So 25 is technical?
Yeah, 25 is technical, right.
But do you do people management as well?
What do you mean by that?
I mean, all these appraisal interviews, salaries,
no.
plans.
No.
Do you think it's necessary to have a separate analyst role within a team? It seems that it overlaps a lot with project management.
Yes and no. If we see a product owner role, if we start reading this topic, then yeah, product owner can start prototyping and do lots of scripts and, I don't know, user cases and user stories writing about this stuff. So yeah, if we are talking about product owner, then yes, he is like a system analytic. But but I really value those system analytics that are pure system analytics. They are very, very valuable.
May I ask a hard question?
Yeah, please.
I know how long you're on this market as a project manager or software engineer. I will tell about my sample. At some point, I found that the project managers here getting higher pressure, higher responsibility, but lower salaries. At the same point, you have the developers which getting higher salaries and lower responsibilities.
Mm-hmm.
I think it might depend on the company though.
It depends, but as I can see, that if you asking or feeling that you should get higher salary, it's usually when it's project manager, it's way lower than general software engineers.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, when I switched to project management role, I didn't lose money, so in salary or something.
I think it might be like more to do with newcomers to the industry. For example, the guy used to be a salesperson or or some, you know, manager of something, and now they got to carry out role of a product owner or a project manager, and then it may be like the lower salary is a measure to compensate potential risks that are brought in with the newcomer to the role.
Yeah, but in industry here, maybe I'm wrong, but industry here, IT industry, they don't expect that you are getting a person to the very responsible position, and he might be not, maybe because like everyone is saying, everyone might be a project manager. It's just managing the things. Sure, you should have certain levels of education, maybe in IT preferably, and then some kind of knowledge of processes, how like Scrum Master should act.
Yes, but this adds up to your value. If you don't know this, then you're less useful, and then you should get less money because you introduce more risks.
So
yeah,
the point is basically what Ali was starting from. So project managers or product owners or whatsoever with management position, if they have technical background, they can have the full responsibility, and they are paid as same as good developers or even more. There are people who basically filling Excels and Gantt charts, and that's the only thing they can do. So they kind of taking responsibilities, but they're not so useful as developers, therefore they're paid less.
Okay, so basically yes, if you're able to, if your like skill set, if your abilities are making like are giving higher guarantees that okay, the job gets done, it gets done well, then it's worth like extra buck. And then if not, it's just, you know, like you give your honest word and do your best shot without some crucial pieces of knowledge, then it's not worth the money.
But usually when the people hire the project managers, they hire project managers, not the software engineers. When they hire software engineers, they are most probably expecting software engineers. And when you are hiring something in between, they are saying that they are hiring something in between.
It's still like the knowledge of the main area, knowledge of the industry. It's crucial. I mean, like the fact that you don't write code doesn't excuse you from not knowing like how industry works. This is the same reason why, for example, in construction industry, all the, for example, construction company owners or majority of construction company owners and project managers have construction engineering education as well, because they simply cannot reason about things they don't understand on the meetings. So one thing, like you use your knowledge to write code, and the other thing, you use the same knowledge to reason about how should it be built. I am sorry to
yeah, it's
into this.
yeah. Very.
Any more questions? I think we're good here. Ali, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.